Hi, and welcome to Daily Stretch. Starting today on all fours, make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Push the crown of the head forward and the tailbone back. Regulate the breathing and then sit back into child's pose. Walking the hands as far forward as you can and then squeeze down the sides of the back to bring the shoulder blades away from the ears. Press the hips into the heels and stretch gently through the back. Come up onto all fours, open the knees out, toes together, and then sit back into child's pose, stretching through the hips. Come up and thread the right hand through the gap of the left hand, left knee, and thread the needle through to the left hand side, taking the left arm over the back. A nice rotation through the back. If you press the chest down to the floor, you'll stretch the back of the shoulder more. If you take the left shoulder up, it'll rotate the back more. Keep the knees wide and press the hips down. Then come up and then change sides, taking the left arm through the gap of the right arm over the back. Once again, for a shoulder stretch, press the chest down, and to rotate the spine more and the back, bring the right shoulder up towards the sky. Keep those hips pushing to the heels and enjoy the stretch. Come up now onto all fours, bring the knees together and tuck the toes. Breathe out and push up into downward facing dog. Look back at the knees and press the chest towards the thighs. Squeeze through the body a little harder, soften the knees and push the chest through hard. Squeeze down the side of the back to bring the shoulder blades away from the ears. And then come out, drop the right knee forward and take the left leg long and sit high into pigeon. Trying to bring the shoulders up as high as you can. Depending on how flexible your lower back is, depends how high you'll be able to sit up. Hold for a few moments. Regulate your breathing. And then swap the legs. Bring the left leg through. Once again, sit nice and high. Take the right leg long and push the body up as high as it'll go. Keep holding the stretch just for a little longer. Keep pushing the body up. And then bring the body round into a seated position. Soles of the feet coming together. And squeeze the knees away from the body. Gently drop the chest in the gap between the legs. And use the elbows against the knees if you want to increase the stretch on the inner thigh. Hold for a little time. And then cross the feet. Bring the right shoulder towards the left knee. Open the hips as much as you can in this stretch. Great stretch down the side of the back. Just keep pushing the shoulder down as you breathe out. Keep breathing, relax, and then rotate round, bringing the left shoulder to the right knee. Try to keep the hips open again. Breathe out from the stomach helps the rotation. Keep holding for a little longer. Hold for a few more breaths, pushing the left shoulder down towards that right knee. Keep breathing and pushing down. Sit tall. And then bring the left leg long, and then take the left leg long. Bend and rotate so the left shoulder, bring the back of the left arm as far as it can outside, bring the back of the left arm, rotating the body around as far as you can go. Take the left leg nice and long, enjoying the stretch through the back. Try and regulate the breathing and breathe out from the stomach. Squeeze and hold for a moment longer as you start to release and then rotate round. Open the right hip and then reach down for the right toes out to the left foot and reach down for the toes of the left leg. A nice cross body stretch as much as with the right hip open, reaching down for the left foot with the right hand. Press the chest down for a moment longer. And then we're going to repeat the stretch on the opposite side. Taking the left leg into the body and the right leg long. Rotate and bring the back of the right arm onto the left knee. Try and breathe out from the stomach again and rotate as far as you can. Hold for a few breaths, rotating as much as you can with each breath out. Hold for a moment longer. And gently release. Open the left hip and reach down for the toes of the right foot with the left hand. Getting that nice cross body stretching again. Release now, come onto your back and bring the knees into the chest. Then open the knees wide and grab hold of the instep with the hands. And try and pull the knees in towards the shoulders into a yoga stretch called Happy Baby. Bring the chin into the chest and curve the spine. Squeeze and hold. Hold for a few seconds more and then bring the soles of the feet together. Overlap the hands on top of the feet and then pull the feet towards the groin. Open the knees as wide as you can and bring the chin hard into the chest. Stretching through the hips. A real satisfying stretch. Start to release and come round onto all fours, then down onto our stomach. Take the right arm long and bring the left knee, left arm together, elbow and knee. And then rotate the left arm over the right hand side. Try and follow it as much as you can with the head. Relax the body and enjoy the stretch and rotation through the back and into the hip, opening the chest up. Try and breathe and relax. Keep breathing and relax. And then bring the body over. Change the sides. Left side of the body long. Bring the right knee, right elbow together and then rotate the right arm over. Opening once again the chest. Rotating through the back and enjoying the stretch. come around onto all fours. Knees underneath their hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And then cat cow. So bringing the spine up into an arch, squeeze the stomach muscles in, and then drop the belly button towards the knees. Repeat the movement, arching and dipping the back. Get a little bit of mobility and movement through the back, especially the lower part of the spine and the lower back muscles. Making the hips move. Getting a nice stretch through the back of the shoulders at the top of the movement in cat. Use the stomach muscles to move the spine. Keep the flow of the movement happening. Just loosening the back off and stretching the back out. And then sit back into child's pose. Bring the hands together and form a prayer. Bring the hands over the back of the head and press the chest and the elbows into the mat to stretch through the back of the neck and into the back of the arms. Releasing the stretch, and then bring the right foot forward, sitting back onto the left heel. Reach down for the right toes. Keep the right leg slightly bent and press the heel into the floor as you lean the body forward, stretching through the back of the leg. If you find it uncomfortable sitting on the heel, then just come up into a low lunge on the left knee and do the same stretch. Hold for a moment and then swap legs. Looking to do about 10 breaths on each leg, nice and slow and controlled. Keep the knee soft, press the heel in, reach down for the toe. Coming round now, both legs forward, knees bent, hands over the top of the toes. Press the chest down into the thighs and get into the back of the legs and the lower back. Slide the heels away a little further if you want for a better stretch. Hold for a few moments longer. In a moment, we're going to come up into a sitting position. As you come up, you might feel you want to roll the shoulders to loosen them off. Then take the right arm forward, palm facing up, and put the thumb into the back of the wrist. Grab hold of the fingers, and then stretch out the forearm by pulling the fingertips down towards the floor. Use the thumb and fingers of the left hand to force the right palm away from the body. A really great stretch for the forearm. Then change the arms over. Thumb into the back of the left hand, fingers wrapped around, and force the left palm away from the body, almost locking the elbow out. Push the palm away a little longer. In a moment we're going to come into eagle arms. So wrapping one arm underneath and around the other. Trying to get the fingertips into the palm of the opposite hand. If you find this is too much, trying to get the hands in place, just wrap the arms as best you can. And move the elbows up and down in front of the face to find the best position to stretch your shoulders. Hold for a short amount of time. change the arms over. And once again, the movement of the elbows up and down the face will change the stretch in the shoulders. Make sure you wrap the arms in a different direction. Hold just a second longer. And in a moment we're going to start stretching the hips. Release the hands. Come up onto the feet and then drop the hips deep down between the heels. Focus on getting the heels flat. If you find that this is easy, then try and push the hips down and bounce the hips from side to side and rock slightly backwards and forwards, putting a little bit of movement into the hips. If you find the Hindi squat is not easy to achieve by putting the heels down, then widen the stance and turn the feet out to the sides more. Or place the hands on the floor and put the weight into the hands more than the feet. Move the hips up and down. Small ballistic stretches. Then drop the left leg in front of the body and press the chest down towards the left lower leg. Stretching out the hips and getting into the thigh. In a moment we're going to come up and back into the Hindi squat. So bring the leg up, push the body back up and get stable in the squat. Bounce the hips again, nice and gently. And then drop the right knee across and push the chest down towards that lower leg. Getting once again into the hips. Keep pressing the chest down for a little longer. In a moment we're going to release and come onto the right side. So bring the body round onto the right side, get comfy and then bring the left heel into the bum. Don't worry about bringing the knees together if this is hard for you to do, but focus on pushing the hips forward as you bring the left knee behind the hip line, stretching into the quads and into the hip flexors. Keep driving the hip forward as much as you can. In a moment we're going to bring the knee into the chest. So release the stretch, bring the knee in, hold with both hands and pull it in nice and tight, stretching through those glutes. Just countering the quad stretch. Release and change sides. Bring the right foot to the bum, bring the knee together and then drive the hips forward. Getting that nice quad stretch on. Keep stretching it, breathing out, driving the hips forward. And then bring the knee into the chest to counter the stretch by closing the quad. And in a moment we're going to sit back up. So release the leg, bring the body up into the sit-in, cross the legs and drop the chest down between the thighs. Just relaxing the hips and relaxing the back. Just Just breathe nice and regulated and just let the chest fall. And then bring the legs long. Breathe out and reach down for the toes. Keep the knees soft at first and then slowly push the heels away, stretching out the back of the legs. Gently release and sit the body tall. Straighten the legs and then take the hands behind the back. Drop the chest forward and lift the hands away from the lower spine, dropping the chin into the chest. Push the body down and push the hands away. Just stretching through the shoulders and the chest. Hold for a moment longer. In a second we're going to release and sit tall and rotate the shoulders round. Either roll the shoulders nice and smoothly or mechanically bring them up, down and round, almost drawing a square with the shoulders. Make nice mechanical movements with the shoulder blades, squeezing them back and down, and forward and up. Then you make the scapula move through all its range of movement. Roll the shoulders a couple of times to loosen them off. Sit tall, bring the knees in, and let the body just relax at the end of the stretch. And I hope you've enjoyed Daily Stretch. Come back soon and subscribe. Goodbye.